So, thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. My name is Sandra Castro, and today we're going to tell you a little bit of the tales of the other side of gaming, how a plushy animal is shaping the future of game development in Colombia and Latin America. So, my name, as I already told you, I am Sandra Castro from Tangrande Jugando. I am a social communicator, journalist from my country. I am a master in political communication, and where I do work in human rights. I usually do work in that type of job. And now that you're going to ask, like, why does this girl from Colombia that is a human rights girl is she part of an organization such as Latinx in Gaming, or why she is an ambassador of women in games? So first of all, I want to tell you that for me, making video games is the holy grail of communication. And giving this power to the community is keeping an idea alive forever. So my story starts a long time ago. I was this small girl. I am the last girl of a three girls family, and I am the last of the last. My mom was the seventh girl, and my dad was the fifth boy of their families. So I was really spoiled, but not bad spoiled, but good spoiled. There was always someone with me that wanted me to be part of being in touch with games and being in touch of playing. So I did love a lot of sleepovers. I love to be with my family. As you can see, it's really, really big. And well, my favorite place is the pool. My favorite program as a child was the Avatar, The Legend of Aang. And of course, in the house, I would always play with my sisters or play with my parents. Rummikub, we also play Xbox, and that was my first console. And we also play a game of cards that we call here Ocho Loco, Crazy Eight, which means, which is also like Uno, but with another rules extra over there. That it is a pretty cool game though. And Rummikub, I am a really good player at Rummikub. So for me, when someone told me like, "Hey, you're too old to keep on playing. Like, why do you keep on playing? You shouldn't. Like, you're too old. Grow up." I was like, "Why? Why are you saying this?" And I know that you can relate on that type of story, like someone that is telling you like you're too old or you shouldn't do this. You no, stop it there. And that idea like bothered me a lot. So I create something out of being furious, and it is Tangrande Jugando. What is Tangrande Jugando? Tangrande Jugando is a mass media that I started in 2017, and it fastly it started to become a community there. We like to call ourselves like a community of communities. So we promote the video game developer industry in Colombia. We visit the studios all around our country. Even in Mexico, we have done that too. We make profiles of these developers. We make gameplays of these games. Also, we make showcase about them. A lot of things that happen in Tangrande. And if you have questions of Tangrande, like, of course, I'm going to answer you all of those questions that you want to ask. And we're a really big crew. Why there is an order in all of this? Because I already had it. It is like my plushy animal that it is helping. And in the beginning, I usually didn't appear on the camera. So when you see an interview, you always see that this plushy animal was on the back of the person and was like having the conversation with the interviewer. But the truth is that made that people believe that Tangrande was really a big company with at least 5 persons producing these projects. And when they saw me like, "What? Are you alone? That you're the only one that's making these? This is incredible." So I started to notice also that women weren't part of the video game industry. And it wasn't because they didn't allow them. It was because they didn't want to be there. So I like start with a lot of questions like why women don't want to be part of the video game industry. Later, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. So this is my first game jam. My first game jam was an event that was happening in a university nearby. And this game jam was really important for me because it was the first time I saw like this awesome moment in the industry, that it is like you play to be a game developer. And that was so awesome. Like when you were little and so you're here, the video game developer. That's so awesome. So as you can see, I don't know if you notice this girl. We're going back to this girl in a few moments, but that was, remember her face because we're going to talk about her later. So that was in 2018. That experience was so important, so awesome for me, that I wanted to spread that joy to everyone. And so we started to make more of not just showcase, not just gameplays, not just interviews to the game devs. We start to make more game dev conferences and game dev jams, and something like make the community be more like interested in what we were working on, that it is the creating of video games. So we were part of big events such as Campus Party. Here in Colombia, we have Campus Party. In Colombia, we also make SOFA, which is like a Comic-Con, but made in Colombia, Colombia brand. And we have also our biggest event of the Ministry of Technology, which is Colombia 4.0. It is for the new industries, creative and technology industries. And we were the creators of the Indie League, La Liga Indie, which is like a contest and a game experience to let this gamer enjoy some of our titles in Colombia. And so they could be like having fun with this game that they didn't know earlier, but they now are going to know, to new. And of course, we are the organizers of the Women Game Jam, which is an event in Latin America that promotes the participation of girls and women inside the video game industry. So in 2020, of course, we start everything. It was so epic. I started being the ambassador for the location of the Global Game Jam in Mexico, because they noticed my job, they noticed my work, and they were really happy to know me. So I was the ambassador there to empower other women to be part of the video game industry and to let these developers from Mexico know a little bit more about the Colombia industry and the Latin America industry. I forgot to tell you that in 2019, I graduate of my master in political communication, and my master work was about the video game industry. And the name of that thesis is Colombia Game Dev. You can find it is in the library of my university, that is Universidad Externado. So I already published my work, and they were really excited to know more about the Latin America industry, because what we do in Tangrande is to know a lot of those projects and to empower those projects because they are so awesome. So when we were in the beginning of the 2020, I was also like have a little bit of a scholarship. It is not a scholarship, but someone helped me to be on the GDC. For me, it was like a really awesome moment, because I in that moment I wasn't the ambassador for Women in Games. Someone else was watching my job, my work, and they were like really amused of what I was doing. So this group of girls, Christina and Emily, helped me to be part of the GDC, but pandemia, what we have now, to be in our homes, and we cannot be like in these types of events. So I couldn't be able to go there, but we use all of that energy to empower our industry with the technologies that we have today. So we make game dev talks, we keep on making jams, we make 5 jams till now. And we make a showcase of indies in the campus party event. So we're like working all the time as partners, as organizers, as sponsors to all of these events. And I know that I usually talk like we, but sometimes the crazy ideas are mine, and we are the only ones that work on that. But the truth is that now there is an order everywhere. Like, people is really touched for the work that I've been doing, that they're becoming part of Tangrande too, and there are also others in our team, of course. So did you remember Juliana Montes? Juliana Montes is an important part of this story. So this girl was, she had a scholarship to go to an event that was Girls in Games in Brazil. And this event was something important for her. So it was like a technological event, but like in the same moment, they were making another event that was the second edition of the Women Game Jam. So the Women Game Jam in that moment has this experience from other girls of Latin America inside that jam. And these girls were in other conference of technology, making games at the same time. And of course, at the same time, making networking among them and doing like this work in their career. So when they asked for the third edition to these girls, that if they want to be the leader in their countries, their own countries, because here you can find women from Peru, from Mexico, from other parts, like they asked them to be part of this. Juliana told them that she wasn't being able to do the jam because she had a lot of the responsibilities now, but she wanted to do it in her country. So she trusted the order. She trusted Tangrande Jugando with this event. And she was really nervous to telling me like, hey, but this is just an event for girls. And I was like, yeah, I want it, please, I want it. Why I want it? Well, I'm going to tell you later, but these make me being part of this organization, the Women Game Jam. I'm the leader of Colombia, and I am the organizer from Colombia that make this possible in my country. And here you can find Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Mexico, Peru, and Colombia, of course. So this is usually the type of communication that we have, and the way that we organize things is like this. Like, this is the people that make the evil plans of the Women Game Jam. And what I was telling you, that I really noticed that this was important in my country, because in Colombia, well, meanwhile, you see that in the industry, you can find like a 14% or maybe a 30% of participation of women. In Colombia, we have like 2% of the participation in the industry. So it is really shocking. And I was like sitting with these studio developers and telling them what is happening, why girls aren't part of your of this community, like what is happening. And they tell me that, well, when we make the CV recruitment, like we're now posting a job offer, what happened when, if you have like I would say like general position, like I want someone that it's a junior developer, I want that. So you ask for that, you find like from the 10 CVs that you receive, just one is from a girl. But if you find to a specialized job, such as technical artist, you will find that from the 100 of CVs that you receive, only one is going to be from a woman. So what is happening there? Women aren't feeling comfortable enough to be part of the video game industry, because they've been like they remove their right to play. I told you at the beginning that I was playing a lot when I was a kid, and I still do. Like, I'm a grown up with a furry otter here. Like, of course, I'm still playing a lot, but that is something that it is not happening all the time, all the way. Like, what can we do? We have to promote that women are being part of the video games, but because we remove their right to play, they don't feel that they have the right to create that type of communication. And video games is just a form of communication. So now we have the Women Game Jam community, which is now called Colombia Women Games, a group of girls that is promoting the video game industry and promoting that other girls are part of this industry. And well, we have men and women working on promoting the video game industry. We're still making a lot of events, and we make a lot of mixed events, but we still make this sleepover, because we call it a sleepover, that it is to empower women and to let them be part of the video game industry. And after they end their jam, like, they feel like they are so empowered, and they can be like working a lot in an industry that would love them to be part of here. So in our first Women Game Jam, we had 25 jammers, like 30 mentors and volunteers. And we also have 7 groups of the jammers. They make each of one game. So we have 7 games from Colombia. But because we make this Women Game Jam from all the time, we have like 49 games, I remember, or 51 games. So like, we're doing a lot. But of course, pandemia, and now what happened? Well, we have to move this to the digital places now. Like, what are we going to do? So now we have our jam in digital. We make 100 Colombians being part of this. We open a Discord to make this jam happen. We create also streams to let know everyone what was happening inside the jam, and of course events of the pre-jam, because we love to make pre-jam conversations to promote these activities and to like encourage them to be part of these activities, and like, hey, you're capable of, if you don't have tools, don't worry, this is a jam. This is not like, this is going to, we're going to pretend that we are a company, and so you can improve your CV, you can improve your resume, and now you're part of the video game industry now, like being on that. So in the top of the left, you can find the each of the jam. In the top of the right, you can find the stream group. Like, I just captured one of our streams that we were making on about the video game industry. Well, it was the closing of the jam, where the jammers were like showing us their game and let us know what they did and how they abhor the topic of the jam, that was together even apart. In the bottom, you can see also like the Colombian team of the jam, and we are making a heart, if you didn't notice. And the other part is like a part of the group that was working with me in the other side of the jam, which is like the streaming and all the making. Like I told you before, like we have like a lot of countries inside. We have like 800 participants, 100 from Colombia. We have for 13 countries, different countries. We have also mentors, jammers, streamers. Everyone was so excited to be part of this project. And of course, you can be part of this project too. And well, in a little bit of what we see today, I am working promoting the video game industry. I advocate for it. I love being part of this industry. I love being promoting that girls are more part of the video game industry. I love to be like a tool for them. I usually don't talk about myself. I don't like to talk about myself. I love to talk about you. I love to talk about them too. I love my girls. We are growing even more. They are so empowered. They are so wonderful. And well, if you notice or if you haven't, like if you need to contact us, you can find us everywhere. Just search for the word Tangrande y Jugando, and we're going to be, of course, in touch. So I don't know if you have any question, if you would like to something else.
Hi, that was awesome. The first question is the one that probably everyone is thinking, but it's too polite to ask. How did you get whiskers on your face? What filter are you using?
So it is really important because I was really didn't know how to be presented. So you can remind me, and I see that this is a really great tool to do that. It's a snap camera, so you can install it. I'm using a Mac. Usually Mac is like really horrible to let this work. But you can change it and you can make like this. I was seriously thinking to go like this because even though you do like my hair, I don't like my hair. It's too pink. But I'm going to get used to it, and I can also be like this now.
I love it. That's awesome. Wowzers. Snap camera.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Everyone write that down. Snap
Or
camera.
maybe
That's
you
how you do
feel like really anime.
So we have a few questions for you here. Da, 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 da. How many participants were in your Game Jam 2020?
Okay, in the Women Game Jam, the last edition, we have 100 participants, more than 100 participants from Colombia, but we also have like 800 participants all over the globe. I believe that we have like 900 participants in our Discord.
Wow, that's that's awesome. That's
I'm
so good.
quite number. Yeah, but if you see the each, like each is just going to tell you that they were like 300, 400, because
Mm,
not everyone opens an each, which I do believe it's an error because you have to promote what you do. Like each is a
mm,
really great tool for you to be part of the video game industry because you can show off your awesome skills.
absolutely, Itch is fantastic, and it's also a great way as a consumer, as someone who wants to play games, to find new independent games and give them support as well. So
Yeah.
itch.io
Yeah.
is fantastic. We have a lovely comment from Anna Echevarria. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Sandra is getting the
Echevarria.
Echevarria. There we go. Sandra is getting the industry of all of Latin America together. How do you feel when people say things like that about you?
No, I don't believe it. I am working with a lot of people. Like I know that I am well, I do feel really supported by my team. That's the truth. And I would like to say that I am not that big leader, but sometimes I remove the credit of myself of that. No, but the truth is that it is something that is easy to do because you believe in the other. You believe in what we are doing here. So being part of here and doing that is easy because you let us.
Um, Constance is asking. First off, she's saying that this was inspiring, and absolutely, you are inspirational. Um, she's feeling that she has totally neglected her at Girl Games group in lockdown, and maybe she should run an online game jam for them. How easy was it to change from a real life game jam and make it online?
Well, it was. We have to acknowledge our first context, which is that we are in a sanitary emergency in this moment. So it is also an opportunity to make your jam online, because people want to do something else among just to be part of something, because we're human, we need to connect, we need to be part of something. So what we did was to remove it to the digital way, and this make it grown. If we didn't make this event at all online in a pandemic event, it wouldn't have the numbers that it had, because it wasn't like people wouldn't be needing that, like they wouldn't be looking for it. So it is a good opportunity for you to be part of to making this video game there, like make a jam, do it, but you have to make something else. That it is because we have like a lot of information. You're on Facebook and you're tired of looking Facebook, so you need to make something else. So we make something that is called the pre-jam conversation, talks, and it was in that you were invited to talk, to encourage these girls to be part of the video game industry and to be like more motivated to be part, and to break the dream gap, which is what we really need to do.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. So, you know, all being well and the world returns to normal next year, will you run an online game jam as well as a real game jam? Is it something that you would keep up?
Well, we haven't discussed it because what it was so amazing of this jam is that our jammers could know other girls from other countries. So if you see any of those games aren't usually made by just one country. They're made with different hands. But the truth is that being on an presential event empower more these girls. It is not just the ability to make the game, because they can have that anyways.
Yeah.
Being on the event let you be part of something much bigger, and seeing your friends is going to be more emotional for you. So we would like to have it like in a location and virtual at the same time, like go there, meet the girls, but we haven't had that decision made yet.
Yeah, let's see what happens with the world first. Sylvia is asking, which Colombian games can you recommend?
Okay, this is an awesome question, and thank you, Sylvia, for asking it, because we have our hero from Colombia. I don't know if you have heard her. It is Chris Tales. Chris Tales is an RPG, and it is an awesome game that it is from our country. I'm going to share you an image of her. There you go. I'm going. Wait. So, Chris Tales is like an awesome video game, and it is made here in Colombia. It is a gorgeous RPG. You're going to love it a lot. And it is a video game from my country, and it had like this narrative, this heroine. It is so gorgeous. It is also on Switch, on PlayStation. It's going to be released on November, so you're going to love it too. And as you can see, it is a gorgeous game. So you're going to be able to enjoy this game. It is in this moment you can find the demo in the Steam, and also on Switch. So go enjoy it. You're going to be in love of this. You can also find another famous game of us, which is World War II. World War II, it's a mobile game. You can download it in any country you are. It is a battle. It's a MOBA. It is pretty awesome though, and it is a game that I usually play a lot.
Excellent. And can you type those into the chat as well so we can get the names of those? And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So, how much support have you been getting from the government for all of these initiatives that you're doing?
Well, we're working in this moment, like I don't have any, but I want to encourage the government to know a little bit more about me and about what I advocate for the video game developing industry. In this moment for Colombia, we do have some initiatives that promote the industry, such as grants for the video game industry developers. We have El Crea Digital, which is a grant for developers that are making educational video games, but it is changing a lot. And I do believe that some of our persons that are viewing us and are also are part of the Colombian video game developer industry are presenting their projects to that type of initiative for the government. But the truth, and for me, is that because I also am master in political communication, I'm a political communication advisor. If you don't communicate it, it doesn't exist. So what you need to do always as a government is to communicate all your policies. And what Tangrande is doing in this moment, it is really big. Like, we're encouraging video games all the time, and not just promoting the Colombian industry, we're promoting all the industries in Latin America.
That's brilliant. And we have a question from Alexis Biro from Buenos Aires in Argentina. He is asking, what challenges did you find in terms of localization in games jams?
Okay, so we do have different types of consuming for the game jam, no? Because you're also going to find the person that had never been on a game jam. So you have to first the localization of the word, like what is a game jam? So we usually talk like a game jam is like a hackathon, like a marathon to make video games in a small time. It's not years. It is just you have 24 hours, 48 hours, 1 week. So after that, after you overcome that, you have to think of what you have in your community. You know, maybe they don't use the app that you usually going to use for the survey information. Like, you have to subscribe to the event. So what are you going to use there? Which type of technology are you going to use?
Okay, so lots to think about then.
Yeah, and it is not just about language. It is also about technology.
Yeah, and from my own background in localization, it's not just about language, it's not just about technology. It's also about culture, and it's also about customs, traditions, pop culture, humor, artwork, color. This localization is such a big thing, and it shouldn't just be let's change the language, because a joke doesn't always translate. Or
we usually, that's why we have a leader of each country, that you have someone in Colombia, someone in Mexico, someone in Peru, because it is not also just about making the jam, it's also making the community. So you need someone that's going to advocate there and to be like, hey, I want to talk about the video game developer community. And that person has to know to whom to talk. Like, it is not like you open a jam and you open and let it on each, and that's all. Like, you have to tell people, like, advocate for this, be part of this.
Excellent. And so finally, can you show us where all the otters were?
Yay! Of course I am going to find, like, have you seen all the otters?
Yeah, everyone pay attention. See if you manage to spot them all.
So, like, these are the otters of that were like spotted in the presentation. We have it all the way. So this is the resume, so this doesn't count, but this does. Our first order is in the top of the girls. It is also in the poster of the Colombian edition. Here you can find it inside the picture because it's in between the girls. I don't know if you can find it there. And of course, the logo of Colombia Women in Games has an otter inside. I didn't tell you, but this logo wasn't made by Tangrande. This logo was made by our developers. Mariana Rilos did it, and she didn't ask like, hey, can I put an order? She just did. Like, this is another community that this is going to have it there. Here you can find it in our pijamada, in our sleepover with the Women Game Jam leaders, of course, in yellow and ready to swim. Here it is clear like where it is. A really cute order. This is the order that was going to make the Women Game Jam happen. And this is next to Indies por doquier, Indies everywhere, and it is playing Switch because it is testing Chris Tales, of course. And here we have it in the Women Game Jam. It isn't really the true location. This order is new, like this order is not part of that poster, but it was there to let you know that orders are everywhere. And here is in, of course, it is in the pictures, it's in the video, it is with all the people, with my cousin and me over there, like making the video. It is in like a sticker there. I don't know if you see it in a yellow circle. And here we have it really, really cute because it is an order working. So
it's a fancy altar.
Yeah, because he's a streamer. So he just washed for the stream. And here, this is like the difficult one. It's on the pool. I don't know if you see it with me. Having a bath. And of course, here is watching you because the otter is watching. And if you need to know, like, yes, of course, the logo is an otter.
Brilliant. So thank you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate it. And you really are inspirational with all the work that you're doing. I don't know when you have time to sleep.
I don't know either.
But just brilliant. If anyone wants to get in touch with Sandra, you can find her information is under people and then search for Sandra Castro, and all of the information is there.
This is my secret to sleep, really. Like, I am working to be a project manager. I am already doing things here in Colombia because I do a lot of events and all of that. So that's my agenda, and that's all the stuff that I have to do. And that's like being clear of what are your objectives, what do you want to do, and your capabilities. And now, because we have a lot of girls and women and men working aside with this order, like we are doing more stuff because we're like growing a lot, and we love you. If you want to be also part of the order team, like, of course, Charlie, you already are an order, like
an honorary author. Absolutely, I'll take that.
Of course you are. Now I'm just talking a lot about orders now, and so I'm going to look like this, an order.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Well, no, imagínate. If I talk like that, that no one would be like, I would be in the kids' nightmares. The order is coming for you.
Your evil plans.
Yeah, I do a lot of evil plans. That's the way that we talk here in Colombia. Like, what we do in Tangrande is evil plans. Our master evil plan is to everyone to talk about game dev and be part of our game dev industry.
Excellent. So definitely get in touch with Sandra and get involved in the game jam. Get involved in the group, the evil plan. I'm proof that you don't have to be from Latin America to be able to be part of that. So jump in, guys. And I think we're finished. So thank you so much for doing this again, and we'll chat soon.
Yeah, thank you, and have a nice day to all of you. Like, thank you very much.